morning and happy mom day. I was hoping to start this clip telling you the flu is away and I feel so much better. Now I do feel better, I feel less bad, let's say, but it's not finished. But it's only been 6 days, and even though that to me that feels like an eternity, because I've been feeling the worst I've felt in a long time for 6 days. I mean, this bug is no joke. I've had a few people around me who had it, and I was thinking maybe they were just not that tough, and you know, I get it, it's bad. I'm not going to rant too much about it. My father-in-law actually caught it now, and it's the one that I don't want anyone to catch, because it is really rubbish. I am still getting tired over doing the slightest thing. Today the plan is that I have Alfie all day because he doesn't have school. Owen has school, but I've kindly have a neighbor who goes to school anyway to bring her son and her daughter, who's going to drop Owen off for me and pick him up, so I don't have to do that part. I could do it, but I have a very busy Wednesday, and I need to be operational for it. So everything I can delegate until then I will, because even though I do feel a bit better, I'm still not well. And if it wasn't for the fact I was feeling miserable before, if I woke up feeling like I do today, I would feel like so yeah, I'm not vomiting anymore, which is something, but I'm still feeling very nauseous. I was deaf, completely deaf from my left ear for the last 2 days. Now my left ear is working again, and my right ear is going. It's like partially at the minute, but that's all due to congestion, so hopefully eventually it will all clear up. But the plan of the day is that I've had a fair amount of orders in the last week, which I haven't had time to make yet because I just could not get away from either the couch or the bed. And they are accumulating now. They are not behind. I always put my processing time a lot higher than I need to, in case those things happen. Either I get sick, or the boys get sick, or something unexpected happen. And when you have children, it does happen a lot. So it's a way for me to not stress about it. Like if I had set it at what I think I usually take, like 1 week, right now some of the orders would be late, and I would be freaking out because I don't want any orders to go late. I've never had to delay orders, and I don't want to have to do it. That's why I do this. I'd rather tell people it can take up to 2 weeks, and they order knowing this, and if they're not happy with it, they don't order. But at least for me, I'm completely transparent with them, and I am also I meet the expectations they have when they place the order and they pay for it. That's my view on things. I'd rather know the worst case scenario than knowing it might come in 2 days and then it takes 2 weeks. Anyway, so the printing I can do from the couch completely, and the cutting I need to load the sheets one by one in the machine. But there is a couch in the office, and I have a big chair in the office also. James has been spending the last year or so gathering computer parts to build his own computer, and the missing part, the last piece for it was missing, he got last week. So he now has a fully functioning computer in the office again, which means what I can do is put cartoons on that computer for Alfie, so he can sit in the chair and watch it there, and I can work at the same time, which is what I'm hoping will work today, but we shall see. If I can even do 2 orders, which are the ones that I work, you know, from as they arrive. If I can do these 2 orders, that would be amazing, because just want to get them out, just to lower that number of outstanding orders as well. Mentally, the number makes a big difference. Good morning, it is Tuesday, and I'm starting to feel more human again. I'm still really tired, but the symptoms are easing off now, so I'm getting there. Today didn't really go to plan so far. My plan was to drop Owen off in school, go to the post office, post my orders, collect a prescription we had to collect, go and bring Alfie to school, go to Tesco's to get a quiet, peaceful moment in Tesco's, because I like to do that sometimes and treat myself to some newly freshly cut flowers and all that. And a magazine, because I wanted a magazine. Also, I'm running out of books to read. If you have any recommendation for books that are like easy to read, very positive books, books kind of based on the theme that everything happens for a reason, and to know, happy books, things that feel good books, that, or self-development books that you have tried that really helped you, please write them down in the recommendation. I am reading so much at the moment. It was kind of forced on me with being sick, but it's something I've been wanting to do and I didn't make time for, and I have read in the last 2 weeks 5 books entirely, and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I feel like spring is always the time where I have new, for me it's a fresh start. It's not really the beginning of the year, it's usually spring, because it's like a new cycle of nature starting, and this is how I feel as well. I'm more in tune to this than I am to the 1st of January, which is completely random to me. So I feel like new projects, new things. I'm really, actually really excited about spring. Anyway, so it didn't go to plan, because this morning Alfie was sleeping until we went to bring him to school, and when he woke up he just wasn't well. He's had a cold that's not great. I don't think he has caught the flu I had. I think it's just his cold is not, it's just getting a lot out of him. He doesn't have a temperature or anything, just cold symptoms. He's very phlegmy and all that, and I figured I'm going to wake him up to bring him to school when he's not feeling that great. So I made a decision that I would wait until he wakes up and see what happens. He woke up at the school run and he was miserable sounding, not himself at all. And my instinct is telling me, keep him in for a day, let him rest, and then tomorrow is another day. So my whole little plan of peace in Tesco's went out the window, and then I realized, you know what, I can still try and do the stuff, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, I'll just go home. So we got some of the stuff done. We got the nice things done. We didn't do, but I did the things like posting orders and all that. But then I did the things like buying myself a magazine. So this is what I thought. I haven't seen that magazine before, and it's very, I love the illustration style, and it's very in keeping with what I'm doing at the moment. Then I wanted to read, hold on, I'm gonna remove the Carrie Hope Fletcher's book. I haven't read it yet. Got myself a face mask. I did one last night from Lush. It was, I'm gonna show you actually, because it was really good. I get, my skin is very sensitive, it gets really red, and this one is good. Now I do really like the jelly masks from Lush. It's the FOMO one, and it has kaolin clay in it. Very good. I also like Bunny Moon, this one, for when my skin is dry. But FOMO right now is really what I needed. And last night my skin, I've been really itchy around my eyes because I'm so dry, so I got eye drops, and I thought I'll do a mask to try and help my skin a little bit to be less itchy, and the mask has really helped. But because I still have cold symptoms, I'm thinking I'm going to keep that for when I feel a bit better. I wanted to try those, so it was just an excuse. And then also I bought myself some flowers. I'm taking part of something called March Magic. So these are my new flowers from Tesco's, and it's amazing how £5 can make me so happy for a full week. So this is one of my resolutions, and also these are really growing now, so this is cool. I'm so happy with this little inside garden. This makes me so happy, and it also smells really nice. Like the jasmine smells so nice, and the roses smell really nice in there. And then I'm gonna have sweet pea growing there. It's all super nice. When you come in, it just smells like spring. It's really good, and I love daffodils, and they're starting to pop all around the roads here, and I'm really excited about that. Also, Alfie got a little treat. He got a new truck. He's obsessed with trucks, as you can see from everything. Tesco's actually has some decent, I mean, they are not going to last very long, those ones, but they are decent enough for the price they are. And the happiness for this little guy to have those kind of trucks. This is also a great size to carry in my handbag, and at the moment that's what he does. He has his little tow truck. I need to find him a better tow truck, bigger one. And he just rescues cars all the time. He tries to find a way to attach it but he loves this and he plays that all the time. He's a bit happier now. Good morning and happy Wednesday. It is currently 20 to 12. I'm about to go and get a shower. The boys are away to school. James's mom is going to collect Alfie today because Owen has a prayer service at school. I don't know exactly what it's about. Last year he had one and I'm gonna get my clothes at the same time. He had one and they had, and it looks like it's gonna be similar this time, maybe a different topic, or I don't know. They were, each child had to have an adult coming there to represent them, and they had the children sat in the assembly hall like in a U shape, and there was a chair behind each child with the adult that was there for them, and they did like songs, and they had all prepared a little gift for the adult that was there. I think last year it was like a little heart with his name inside or something. I can't remember exactly. There's been a few different things, but I think that it was for that. So I don't know exactly what it's about, but last year was really nice. Now I'm not a religious person at all, and I remember last year I was feeling, oh, I'm going to feel out of place, and I'm going to feel like I'm pretending that I'm raising him in a Catholic way. Not, there's no connotation, you know, to this. Schools here are religious, so you either go to Catholic or Protestant school. There are some integrated schools where there's not really any specific religion attached to them, but they are very rare, and in our area there are not that many. So Owen goes to Catholic school, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to it in a way. And also I'm going to show you something. I've bought myself a new book. This one, this is, if you want to pause and see what it means, I saw an extract of the book in a magazine I bought yesterday and it looked really interesting, so I decided to go and buy myself the book because I just feel like reading all the time at the moment, which is not a bad thing. I'm on a full self-development journey at the moment, and I will probably talk about this in the videos later, but I've been on that. Sounds like I'm doing a diet or something. I've been doing that for myself for about a month, and I can happily say that the results are great so far. I'm learning lots of stuff. I kind of read stuff, remember, take the little thing that interests me, and make a whole mix of things to apply to my life between different books and all that. But it's very, very interesting, and overall I'm feeling much happier and much more myself as I go along. I've also started art journaling. I don't know if I talked about that before. I can't remember. And it has made a massive difference in my life. It's amazing. So yeah, maybe I will do some videos about the topic. Let me know if you're interested. But for now, I am going to get a shower and take my time because I don't have a child that's going to run in. I don't have to go anywhere for another hour and a half, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy it. Good morning and happy Thursday. It is so rainy today, it's so bad. We just went to school to bring Owen, and I'm back parked at the house. I have Alfie in the car and I'm just picking up bags and all. We always have almost a bit too much time, but not enough to do anything, like to come in. So because whenever we park at the school he doesn't like to wait in the car, I'd rather waste time here, so I always try and leave like little tasks to do. Today I have the boiler service. Finally, our boiler has been messing up since the snow. It tends to, we have a thermostat, and whenever it goes off it tends to not turn back on when it should after. It has happened before when we moved into the house and there was like a small electric part that was kind of going, so it was a bit hit and miss whether it was kicking in or not, and he thinks that it's the same, which would make sense because it's exactly the same issue we had. So it needs service too, so he's coming today, although with the weather I don't know if he will do it, we'll see. But we can like go, we need to go outside and switch it on the boiler. It's in the garden, so it's not very handy, but you know, at least we can have heat if we want to. But it's coming at about 11, I think. And I have to do some baking today, but I'll tell you more about this after I come back from school. Good afternoon and happy Sunday. It's been a while. There's been quite a few things since, I think it's Thursday the last time I vlogged. I think yeah, I was telling you about my boiler. Boiler seems to be fixed. not going into details, it's a bit boring, but basically 2 parts needed changed. No big deal. One of them we expected to change, but was changed every time. The other one snapped because of the cold, and that's why it wasn't working right. So that's sorted. Then Thursday night I was meant to go to a meeting to meet the educational psychologist, well, the head of the department, to explain to us the whole process for Alfie, to go through the ASD statement process and how school is going to work and all that. Sorry, I need a drink. For him to get help in school, basically. It's a whole process that takes weeks, like months. I'm talking weeks, I think something like 24 weeks or something like that. So about 6 months that he's going to be going through, and they want to explain to parents. It's organized by Sure Start. But what happened was that we all turned up. It was meant to be from 7 to 9. The weather was awful that day, and we turned up, and by 8 there was still nobody there. Well, there was the Sure Start member staff, but not the educational psychologist. So we were told you could go home, and went home, and then the next day they phoned me saying they completely forgot, and it's rearranged for next week. So I'll be going on Thursday next week. I find it really important to find that out. Another thing I found out, which I'm not very impressed about, but that's, in a way, it doesn't surprise me given what the government is doing at the moment. They have cut funds massively for any kind of special needs stuff. So the members of staff that work with Sure Start, that are special needs specialists, their job is being cut. They work with MenCap, and their jobs there are being cut off too. So Sure Start will have no funding for special needs activities anymore or anything like that. So it's a bit rubbish, and all this stops in 2 weeks. So just when I finally have access to this, it's being removed. Luckily, Alfie is going to have access to some stuff through the ASD clinic is going to be going to, so that's something. Yeah, we have a long process ahead of us, and I want to make sure he has access to things that will help him, and so do we, because he does need help, and so do we, because we have no clue what we're doing. I'm not gonna lie, we really don't have a clue. With Owen, Owen has some additional needs too, but they are much more manageable than Alfie's, so we were kind of able to jinx it and hope it would work and all that. With Alfie, that's what we're doing too, but it's a lot harder to find stuff that work than it was with the Owen. So yeah, we're gonna get there. I'll update you more on this next week because he has quite a few appointments, so we'll see about that then. So on Thursday I was really excited because I was going to prepare a brunch for Therese coming the next day, and I did prepare a brunch for Therese coming the next day. Baked some stuff ready. I had stuff ready to bake like fresh in the morning. And I woke up the next morning thinking, oh, my flu is going to be better. Now that's it, all done. I wake up the next morning, my temperature was up again. I had really bad body aches. I slept really bad that night. So first I thought it was just because of the sleep, and then the body aches kicked in again, and it felt like all the beginning of the flu all over again. And I thought, oh no, like, when will I get rid of this? Friday was an awful day. I was miserable, and I had the boys most of the day, and I just needed to sleep so bad, and I couldn't. So I did my best to get through it, and I thought then we have a 3-day weekend after that. Saturday was St. Patrick's Day, yesterday, so we get Monday off in lieu of Saturday. So James is off, and I knew I could rest for 3 days, so I thought I'll just push through Friday, and then when James comes home I'll just go to sleep, which is what happened. And then I rested all day yesterday, and I rested all day today. I don't even know what time it is, I have no idea. It is almost 2 o'clock, and yeah, I've rested most of the day. I'm going to continue to do that. I've been living in my dressing gown and pyjamas and tracksuits for the past few days, but you know, I want to get better because next week there's some exciting stuff coming, and then there's Alfie's birthday too. We're going to France the week after. There's Easter. I just don't want to go to France sick. I don't want to spend Alfie's birthday sick. I have many medical appointments, very important ones next week. I don't want to miss, so I just want to be able to enjoy next week. There's a lot of exciting stuff and a lot of important stuff, so yeah, I'm gonna rest. I hate it. I hate the situation. I've never been having to do nothing like this for 2 weeks in my life before. I don't remember that ever anyway, and I absolutely hate it. But I can see there that whenever I thought I was better and I started to go back to normal, it came back. So I'm dreading that coming back again. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Other news, something exciting. James and I are going to Paris in June, and we're going to see Sam's musical, and I am so happy about that. I didn't think it would happen. It's been 6 years, I think, Sam is living in Paris, and he's moving to Canada in August. And when he came here, it was meant to be the last time we see each other, but when he was at the airport and he was about to leave, and I said to him, I will not say goodbye to you now, because I will see you again before you go to Canada. I refuse this to be when I say goodbye to you. And it's been a while that James and I have had the project to go to Paris together just for a long weekend. We went there 11 years ago. It was our first holidays together, and we both have really nice memories of it. And after that we had children, and then James got cancer, and I had a few operations in the way, and life just took over really really badly. And now we're in a position where James's mom is comfortable enough to mind the boys several nights in a row, so we're gonna go for 3 nights, and we managed to make it work with Sam's show. I really thought it wasn't going to happen, but it just worked out. There's been a lot of ups and downs managing to do this, but we now have the flights are booked, we have the tickets for the show, we have booked an Airbnb, which is really, it looks really nice. It looks tiny, but like most places in Paris, but really what we want is somewhere central with a bed, a little place where we can cook so we don't have to eat out all the time, because Paris costs a fortune. And even though my band is loosened, eating out in restaurants is not something I fully enjoy yet. I still have fears over this, and I want to be relaxed. I want to be able to enjoy it fully, and also I don't want to spend a fortune on a breakfast in a hotel if I just want a bit of bread that day. Or we're a lot more free to do whatever we want if we have a little fridge and somewhere we can cook. It's a lot more economical in the way, and even the place itself is cheaper on Airbnb than it would be if we booked a hotel. So we're going there for 3 nights in June, and I'm really, really excited that this project is happening. There's a lot of nice things over the next few months, and I was dreading. This year is very, very different to, everything is different to what we've always done for the past 10 years. We're not going to France at the time we usually go. We've never been for Easter, so that's the first time. We've never not been in the summer, so that's the first time. It's just all over the place, but I think it's good, and I think it has happened for a reason. We just need to change things, because what we're doing there is trying to get back to what happened before all the madness in our lives happened, and it can't go back to that. We need to find something new, and I feel like this year things have been turned around completely. We didn't really have much control over this, but it did, and we need to make the most of it, so we are. And I'm really excited about that. I'm not going to ramble too much about this. I'm going to go back and rest, and I will catch up with you next week. There's an exciting week. I am expecting to vlog quite a bit next week. There are some nice things I really want to vlog about, and yeah, so just keep watching. Also, do not expect anything crazy for Alfie's birthday, but I just want to explain something briefly. So it doesn't look like we are making a fuss over Owen and not Alfie. Alfie cannot cope with a lot of people. It cannot cope with too much stuff that are out of the ordinary. So we are going to keep his birthday a very normal day with like on Saturday Therese is going to call around with her girls just for a normal play date with a bit of cake. But we're not going to make it a party. And then on Sunday, James' parents always call on Sunday nights, so we'll just have a bit of cake there with them. But we're not going to change the normal routine for it, because that probably would be quite upsetting, and he really does not understand the concept of birthdays whatsoever. So we're going to make it so it's easy on him and he can enjoy it. We're going to do things that he enjoys. So if it means watching cars, playing with cars, and eating cookies, that's what we'll do. It's his day and it should be what he likes, so it will more than likely involve cars and trucks and trains and cookies and chocolate. I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!